All right, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from every or wherever location we may be connecting from. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. You are welcome. My name is Amos Adeyinka. You are welcome to our broadcast for the week. Thank you so much. We are starting in the next few minutes now. All right. Once again, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. You are welcome to our broadcast for the week. My name is Amos Adeyinka. We are combining the two together today. So we are supposed to start yesterday, but because of a lot of things, but we are taking the part one and part two together today. So we are running through this topic for this week. The running topic is rising above challenges. The unyielding spirit of persistence. Rising above challenges, the unyielding spirit of persistence. And that's what we're going to be building on this all through this week. So we're going to be looking at it today. We are beginning the series. And what are we going to do? Exploring the persistence. What is the true meaning of that word, and why is it vital for overcoming challenges? Why is persistence vital for overcoming challenges? What is the understanding persistence? Because that is the first step. Understanding persistence is the first step to at least to mastering. To get to know how to escape or to live above challenges, therefore achieving the success or achieving our goals. So these are things we are going to be looking at. So today, our focus for today and the part one for today, we are also meeting it together with part two, is on understanding persistence. Where there is no understanding of purpose, abuse become inevitable, like we see from the late Mark Miro said. Understanding is very vital. You cannot do beyond your level of understanding. So to all our new subscribers, we say thank you. Our old subscriber will say thank you. We say you are welcome. And for we want to say help us share and help us click on like and click on notification button. If you are new to this channel also, we want to say you are welcome. Thank you so much. Also help us subscribe, click on like, click on notification button. Thank you so much for doing that. Now, let's go ahead very quickly. Because of the two, we want to make sure we compress it, maybe spending like 30 minutes thereabout for everything. Now, definition and importance of persistence. Let's look at that. We'll dive into it, but let's pick on that part. Now, one of it, first thing we want to look at, what is persistence? I've done something similar to this before, but these are the key things that we cannot overemphasize as regard to day-to-day challenges, as regard to success. Persistence is play a major role. Remember, persistence is the steady and continued effort. Persistence is the steady and continued effort to achieve a goal, even despite difficulties or oppositions. Let me repeat that. What is persistence in this context? Persistence is the steady, mark that was steady, and continued effort to achieve a goal despite difficulties or opposition. So mark the word difficulties, mark the word oppositions. These are the things, ingredients of growth. Difficulties will be there, opposition will be there. So we need to take note of those things. It involves pushing through barriers. Persistence involves pushing through barriers and keeping sight of the end goal, no matter the challenges. Keeping sight of the end goal. Keeping sight. Let me repeat that. It is persistent. I've given us two now. One, I say persistence is the steady and continued effort to achieve a goal despite difficulties or oppositions. Number two, persistence involved pushing through barriers. So you can see now that you are facing some barriers. It's not an evidence for you to say, maybe be thinking, maybe this thing is not meant for me. No. Persistence involves pushing through barriers, keeping sight. When you know, that shows you know why you are doing that thing. That is keeping sight on the end goal. For example, a woman that gets pregnant or that wants a baby need to know that he or she will pass through the process of conception, and there are some challenges that come through that process. The way you sleep before, you can't sleep like that. You see. So you know the end goal is that I'm passing through this process because the end goal is to have my baby in my hand. So keeping sight of the end goal, no matter the challenges. That is it. So every day, let's look at the example. Everyday example. Think about learning to ride a bike, for example. Because the initial attempts are often met with falls. A man riding a bike, you first attempt, you will fall. That's why we often say is that when you fall, it's not the end. Now, but persistent pushes a person to keep trying until they master the skills. Let me repeat that. The example, I said, the example of like a day-to-day examples, a woman that is learning, somebody learning on how to cook a particular dish. Your first try may not be the best, but as you keep trying, persisting through the process, you learn the skill and you become better in it. So the same way, just look at the day-to-day example and put persistence in it. Why persistence is important? Why is it important? Why is it important? One of it is it is important because overcoming challenges. One of the reasons why persistence is important is for overcoming challenges. Everyone watching from anywhere you are, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you for your time. Now, persistence here now allow us to navigate obstacles that might come that might or maybe otherwise stops progress. When you are persistent, obstacles will come, challenges will come. So persistence allows us to navigate obstacles that might otherwise stop the progress. It's about facing each challenge with determination and continue to move forward. Face the challenge with determination and continue to move forward. That's it. So now, why is persistence important? I've mentioned 1, for overcoming challenges. 2, for unlocking potentials. There are a lot of us now hearing me that will be watching later, whichever way that we'll post it on our TikTok, you watch it there. There is a lot of us today that our potential came out of us. We discover them through persistence. Continuous effort in the face of difficulties unlock talents and ability we may not realize we will not realize we have. Past continuous effort, keep doing it. I'm talking right now, I could not imagine myself do what I'm doing. The first time I have to talk to people, either physical or I know the battle, but now we are learning and we are getting better. So continual effort in the face of difficulties unlocks talent and ability we may not realize we have. Listen to this quotation. Persistence and resilience only come from having been given the chance to walk through difficult problems. Yes. Persistence and resilience only come from having been given the chance to walk through difficult problems. So, now, what are the benefits of persistence? What are the benefits? Very important. Number 1, benefit of persistence. Maraba, Besima Kadash, Maraba. Benefit of persistence. Persistence is not just a trait. It is a key driver of success and transformation. A key driver. It drives you towards your achieving goal. It drives you towards achieving success. So let's explore some of these benefits. One of them, persistence leads to resilience. You are resilient. You are there. You are there. You are refusing. You are resilient. You are building up capacity. Persistent. Building mental fortitude. So persistence builds mental strength and the ability to withstand setback. Ability to withstand setback. So it transforms temporary challenges into stepping stone. I love that. For example, imagine the example of this very powerful example. Consider Thomas Edison. Many of us know him. We were told that who reportedly failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. He failed thousands of times. His resilience is a testament of the power of persistence. You too, you have failed, you have been disappointed, keep at it. Keep pushing. What about importance number 2 of persistence is drives success. Persistence drives success. Persistence drives success. Achieving long-term goals. It helps us. It drives success. It drives success. So you begin to have capacity to achieving a long-term goal as you push through. So persistent effort means progress is consistently made towards long-term. Persistent effort, it means progress is consistently made towards long-term objectives. Whatever objectives or increasing the likelihood of success as you persist. Persistent through failure also, under this number 2, Because those who persist see failures as opportunities for learning and growth rather than end point. Let me repeat that. Those who persist see failures as opportunity for learning and growth rather than end point. So how are you seeing it? What are you seeing? Listen, I've mentioned this quote many times, that success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Though when you become a total failure when you say you want to quit, when you stop. What about the importance of persistence? Number 3, it enhances adaptability. Adaptability, you adapt to the process of learning. Learning from experience, you adapt to things. You learn from the experience. They told Thomas, they say, I've not failed, I've only learned how things can be better this number of times. So persistence encourages learning from experience and adapting approaches. There's a kind of proverb that says, when an elderly man falls, he will look back to look at that thing that made him to fall and amend on it and move to the next one, so that when come across such, he will know what to do. So enhance adaptability. So it helps us to learn from the experience. What about personal insight? Reflect on the challenge that you have faced and how persistence allow you to grow and adapt. Reflect it. Whatever, have you faced challenge about something? Reflect on it. How have you, the persistence has helped you to come out of it and come out better? So that is where we stop. Now, okay, take a moment on reflection. Reflect and share this for you within ourselves. Now you can write it down, go home and think about it. Take a moment to think about a time you demonstrated persistence. What challenge did you overcome? And then how did it change you? Go back there and analyze it, reflect on it, and learn from it. Now let's quickly go to the part 2. We are running through this for the next 20 minutes. This is talking, the part 2 is about identifying personal challenges. Identifying personal challenges. Under this, look at what are the common barriers to persistence. Because we all face barriers that challenges our persistence in different form. But the fact remains, everyone will face a challenge that will require us. When you look at it first, let's look at the internal barriers. Internal, personal. Look at it, lack of motivation. Are you lacking? Are you out of motivation? Are you lack motivation? Because often we lose sight of our why. We lose sight of the purpose. We lose sight of purpose when pursuing goals. You know, it is crucial to stay connected to our motivation. What motivated you into that? Into that which you are doing. That is why we must not lose sight of your why. WHY. You must not lose sight of it. Reflect on why you started a project. What passion or purpose drives you? Reflect on it. Reconnect with this can reignite your effort. You know what prompted you to enter? Why did you choose to be part of it before? So if you are currently going out of motivation, go back to that and you will see motivation come back again. What else? Under the internal barriers, you look at fear of failure. Many have been relegated, have been stagnated, have been limited because the fear of failure. They cannot take further steps. I failed yesterday. I failed 2 days ago. I was disappointed before. I was rejected. In fact, I was conned before. The fear of failing. These are the internal barriers to persistence. Remember, rising above challenges is the key. So fear can be paralyzing. It preventing us from taking action. That is fear. So we need to now view failure as opportunity for growth and learning. View failure as opportunity for growth and learning. View it that way. Opportunity for growth and learning. View failure as opportunity for growth and learning. Just 1 minute. So view it as opportunity for growth and learning. Now, let's look at this exercise. List potential failures for each, not a positive lesson opportunity that could result. The thing you have failed before, list them out. What about another number 3? Under that, look at self-doubt on the common barriers. Well, number 1 is internal barrier. So under this internal barrier, we have mentioned lack of motivation. We have mentioned fear of failure. We have also, under that, we are saying self-doubt. You don't believe in yourself. You are doubting yourself. Self-doubt. What about if I fail? What about if it's not working? What about I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this? Because questioning your abilities can undermine persistencies. So we now need to develop a mindset, focus on growth and growth over perfection. Self-doubt. No, develop a mindset that is focused on growth over perfection. You are not perfect, but you are in the growth process. Growth is a process. It's not a destination. It's an adventure. You continue in it. So what are strategy here? Daily affirmation to build up self-worth. You need to build up this strategy on daily affirmation can help build confidence and and then counter react. Build self capacity. Counteract self doubt. So we need to do that. Now, on that number 2, on the common barriers, number 2 is external barriers. External. The one we have mentioned so far, they are under external, internal, personal one. External is this number. Under that, you look at distractions. Distractions. Because in our fast-paced world, distraction can easily drain focus. Yes. We need to now identify your main distraction and work on minimizing them. Work on minimizing anything that's coming about distracting you on that journey. What are the things? So, what about again under the external lack of support? That's why it's good. For example, in my own, I'm a networker, I'm a motivational speaker, I'm a gospel preacher. Now, on the part of networker, when you are going into network, if you are not under, you look for a leader that is ready to give you support. So that lack of support, a supportive network is vital. Without it, persistence becomes more challenging. So, a supportive network is really like you are having an upline. We call them upline, or sponsor, or a mentor can also be called a mentor who will be always there to call you. What are you doing? Push you through. So the strategy is seek out mentors or join groups that encourage and support your endeavors. Join the groups that encourage your endeavors. Seek for mentor to motivate you, to push you, and join a group that can keep you moving. All right. The next we look at these activities. Take note of it. Share your own area where you have when this external has become a challenge. Share your experience, discuss it, drop it with us. Let's learn from you with the barriers. and share the strategy that has helped you out of those area of challenge. So now let's go forward. Let's move forward. Now, what about, let's look at the part of self-reflection. Self-reflection. Because it is good. Encouraging self-reflection is another key to identifying personal challenges. Reflect on the personal challenges. Have it. Think about past situations where persistence was difficult. What internal or external factor contributed to this? Reflect on it. Let's begin to think on it. Oh, I dropped that thing. I dropped that my focus. I dropped it because of it. Reflect on it. You can pick it up again. Recognize the patterns. Identify recurring themes or triggers in your challenges to locate patterns and address them. Be able to recognize pattern. When something is coming in the same line of what you have faced before, recognize it and find a way to address it before it will address you. All right, look at guided reflection exercise. What are the reflection exercises we can do? One, write down challenges. Write them down. Take your pen, write down challenges. Spend a few minutes jotting down personal challenges faced recently. Write down a few minutes, write them down. Number two, analyze barriers. Reflect on the moment when your persistent waved and what barriers were present. Where your barrier waved and what barriers were present at that time. Also, strategize solutions. If you are able to write them down, analyze the barriers. Now, the next is to strategize solution. Consider what strategies might be used to overcome similar challenges in the future. That's why you learn from them and bring lesson that you can make use for the future reoccurring of such thing. All right, now let's look at this. Overcoming this barrier. What the activities to do to overcome this barrier? Let's brainstorm effectively and set up strategy to overcome. Maybe you look at group activities. If you are in a group, if you are, for example, in anything you are doing, you should not be alone. We don't do well in isolation. No, we don't do well. Look at the people of a like mind. Divide into smaller groups, each addressing one common barriers. Brainstorm solution. Think about how to brainstorm, bring ideas from here. So these are the steps we are to take. Brainstorm it, share with the group, your past failure, share with groups, put them together. And you will soon see that you will see yourself overcoming those challenges. Remember the topic again. We are looking at part 3 tomorrow. I pray we have enough time to do that. Taking challenges tomorrow, rising above challenges, the unyielding spirit of persistence, the running focus. And tomorrow we are going to pick up the part 3 and we are rounding off part 5 on Friday. So these are the few things we have to share with us today. And I know you have got value for your time. For those who have connected, for those who are just subscribed, I want to say thank you. For those who have just clicked on the like button, I want to say thank you. We appreciate our time. Thank you so much. So we meet again. As God delay or tarries, tomorrow, God's willing, tomorrow we meet again to continue with this series. And till then, remain persistent. Don't give up. It is not over. Keep pushing. You will see those challenges. They are part of the process of growth. As you keep pushing, you'll get to the top. Thank you so much, everyone. I remain myself. My name is Amos R. Adenyika. I am a motivational speaker, a gospel preacher, and an affiliate marketer. In case you are looking for something to do, you want to have additional sources of income, you can write me, drop a comment. What area of investment do you have? I will also guide us through on that process. Thank you so much. Love you all, and see you again in our next broadcast. Bye, everyone.